faith. All of this is by faith. You know, I went to the National Archives last year in Washington, D.C., and I love history. I love the old history and the foundation of our country. Don't worry about it. It's only 20 till 12.
That's wrong.
It's 20 till 12. Everybody relax. I went to the National Archives, and I shared this, I think, before, but went in, and, those documents are pretty old. Bill of Rights, Constitution. Got to see the Magna Carta, the actual document. It's pretty amazing. But they had the lights turned really low and they were really dim. You weren't allowed to use photography, flash photography, any type of photography. When I went up there, I'm expecting like on TV, like on all the movies, you see it all written out. When I got up there, it looked like a blank piece of paper. The ink has faded to such a degree that you can barely read it. And I had to get down and look real close to try to read, because the ink has almost faded away. I got a little bit sad about that. I thought, man, will my grandchildren be able to read that or see that in real life? Will it be gone by the time they get there? Completely. Church, all of the freedoms that we've got because of that writing, that piece of paper, there may be some laws that change, and there may be some things in our government that change. Our government officials, they pledge to uphold the Constitution even if the ink fades away. Church, our freedom in God never changes. As long as the Spirit is present, there is freedom. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. That is never going to change, no matter what your situation is. Somebody say amen and give God praise this morning. Come on, church, let's shake ourselves and thank God for freedom this morning.
Yes.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Let me share this. I know it's still 20 till 12. 2 more points here. I'm going to get you out of here. Church, you have freedom. What kind of freedom? Freedom. What are we talking about? Freedom. I'm free to do what? Free what? Romans chapter 8, verse 15 and 17 through 17 says, when you receive the Spirit, you did not receive a spirit that makes you a slave again to fear. But you received a spirit of sonship, and by him we cry, Abba, Father. Church, you have freedom to belong. You have a freedom. There is a belonging that comes with the freedom, that comes with the Spirit that we've been given by God. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be afraid because of who you belong to. Now, we live in a generation, and maybe even some of you here were not raised, maybe you were raised by a single parent. That doesn't change who God created you to be. Somebody say, praise the Lord. We have a freedom to belong because of who we have freedom, and we are free from fear because of who we belong to. The Bible says we do not have to fear because in him we cry, Abba, Father. No fear because of who our dad is. No fear because of who our dad is. Now, church, there was a level of that. When I was raised, we went to a private school, and I was in the gym one day. There was some college students that showed up there to play basketball, and they took the ball that I was playing with. And how many of you know that's not right? You don't take, when I'm bouncing, you don't take my basketball away. They took the ball that I was playing with away. I said, hey, I was playing with that. And the one said, tough. Too bad. I was about 12 years old. So I went over there, I'm going to make him give it back to me. This guy's probably 26 years old. So, I went over there and jerked it away from me, pushed me away, and took the ball and slammed it and hit me right in the face with it. I heard a horn honk outside. My dad had come to pick me up, so I ran outside. I went to the truck, got in the truck, and I had a big red mark on my face. He said, what is that on your face? I said, well, I got hit in the face with a ball. He said, who hit you in the face with a ball? I said, there was a couple guys in there that took the ball away from me. And what guys? I said, a couple guys in there, college students or something. I don't know who they. He said, they don't go to our church. I said, no. He said, they hit you in the face with a ball. I said, yeah. Just now. I said, yeah. He said, are they still in there? Yeah. I said, I'll be right back. He got out of the truck and walked to the door. All I heard was him yell, who wants to play dodgeball? He was gone for a while and came back. Didn't say a word. Didn't say a word, and I knew not to ask. But I knew because of who my dad was, there was a level of fear that I never had to encounter because of who I belonged to. Because I knew what he was willing to do for me. I knew the level. We had a couple boys came out to our house one night. They called and said, we're coming to whoop you because you said this and that and you did this. I said, you're coming out here? And they said, yeah. I said, you're coming to my house? They said, yeah. I said, you ain't heard about us, have you? They said, well, we're coming. I said, you come right on. They came, and it was a bad situation. A bad scene for them. My mom's out there rebuking the devil, casting devils out of them. It's pouring down rain, and my mother's out in the street. She's casting devils out of them. I rebuke you, Satan! One of the guys said, I'm not Satan. I'm not Satan. I ran to the house and I said, Dad, there's two guys out there beating up Tony. And Dad's shaving, he's shaving. He said, what? I said, there's two guys out there beating Tony up. Where? I said, outside. He said, at our house? I said, yeah. He said, I'll be out there in a minute. I said, Dad, they're out there now. He said, I'll be out there in a minute. I got to get dressed. He got his... Levi's, Dad doesn't buy shorts at Penny's, He don't buy shorts, he makes shorts. You know what I'm talking about? He makes them, And they got the fangs hanging off of them. One side is higher than the other. You know what I'm talking about. He makes his shorts. Always fun going places with him when he wears them. And the long socks, So I ran outside, I said, hey guys, you guys should go. So we ain't going nowhere. I said, you guys should go. My dad's coming. And then we guys said, oh, your daddy's coming? I said, no, my dad. We don't call him daddy. Dad's coming. You guys should go. And the guy said, well, I am afraid of your dad. I said, that's because you ain't met him yet. You will be. And it was glorious, church. It was glorious. It was glorious. Lots of fun to be had by all. And church, it's because, we share those stupid stories and silly stories, about things we did when we were about that saved, But church, you don't have to fear because of who your dad is. You don't have to be afraid, church, of anything because of who your dad is. The Bible says because we've received that Spirit, we have freedom, and because we can cry, there is no fear because we cry, Abba, Father. Church, that word means, Abba, Father, that means it's translated Daddy. Abba, Father means Daddy. It's what a little child calls their parent. I don't call my dad Daddy. I don't know if I ever did. Maybe I did when I was real little. He's Dad. But see, when you're a little child, you realize how weak you are and how big your father is, you call him Daddy. The church, no matter how big you think you are, he's still Daddy. We don't have to fear because of who our Father is. Would you stand with me this morning? I've got more, but I will close with this, and I won't keep you very long. It's still only 20 till 12. I don't want to get on a political soapbox, church, but we have an issue